All right, guys, I'm Dan again from Crypto Camacho, and last time I talked about how crypto was transforming the economy, the world economy, how it's changing the nature of fiat currency and its relationship to cryptocurrency. And I asked the question, what's going to happen? How is this going to actually end? And I made the claim that there's proof all around us that this is happening, that fiat currencies like US dollar, like the euro, like the yen, they're slowly being funneled into cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is starting to consume fiat currencies. And I talked before of what is that going to do? How is that going to change, the price of cryptocurrency, the price of fiat? Is it going to cause inflation? What is it actually going to do? And how's it going to turn out, right? So this is part 2 of that video that I already kind of started talking about. And I wanted to dig in a little deeper because I wanted to give you some evidence and proof of what's actually going to happen. And when I talk about this, I don't want to scare you, but I want you to be prepared because I think this is really going to happen in the next, within our lifetime. I don't know exactly when, but I think it's going to be a lot sooner than a lot of people realize because it's going to accelerate, right? And I really think what's going to happen at some point is there's going to be a digital run on the banks, right? And what that means is that people are going to start converting their fiat currency into crypto at such a fast pace that it's essentially going to be equivalent to a run on the bank, right? If you remember, like during the Great Depression days of the US, right, when the dollar was collapsing, people were making runs on the bank, right? And what does that mean? They were actually going to the bank and they were trying to withdraw their physical cash, their physical money, gold, cash, whatever it was. They were trying to physically, withdraw it from the banks, and the banks had to close down. They couldn't actually give back the money to the people that wanted it because there was a run on the bank and there wasn't enough money to give back to the people, right? And so that was a physical run on the bank. And what I think is going to happen now in the near years to come is a digital run on the banks. And what that means is that people will start using cryptocurrency so heavily and it will become so widespread that people will start converting fiat currency into cryptocurrency for the sheer utility of being able to use it in transactions, right? And for many things, business and many, many different things, right? And people will also want to invest in cryptocurrency because they won't want to miss out on price hikes that we're going to see in the coming years. And so I think that we're ultimately going to see this big kind of digital run on the banks, and how that's going to take place is it's going to start slowly, which it is right now. And in December, there was a kind of a glimpse of, as more people put money, as more financial institutions put more money into cryptocurrency, what happens? Well, the price goes way up, right? Because the market cap goes way up. But what else happens is the media gets a hold of it. The media starts now talking about cryptocurrency and talking about the opportunity in front of people and talking about how the price is going up and the gains that people are getting. And what does that do? That perpetuates the momentum. That accelerates that trend of upward movement, right? Of pouring more money into cryptocurrency. And it snowballs and it just goes and goes and goes and goes. And we saw that in December. And after that, people started to try to kind of say crypto was a scam. It was going away. It wasn't going to be around forever. It's too volatile. All this BS, right? And as now it's recovering, people are starting to wake up and see that, okay, it's not going anywhere. It's not going away. So it can only increase from here. And I want to give you some proof. So first, run on the banks. Like, let's talk about a run on the banks. When I say a digital run on the bank, like what is a run of the bank, and have they happened before? Is it possible that it could happen again, just in a different way in this new digital era that we live in? Okay, so just go and Google history of run on the banks, and you're going to see list of run on the banks that have happened. You're going to see, bank runs and what they are, and you're going to look at how banks actually go bad and cause runs on the banks. So in recent times, list of run on the banks. This is just from Wikipedia. In the 1600s, 1800s, 1920s, there were always runs on the banks, right? People that wanted their money back, governments and banks that failed and could not pay the people back. People, lost all their savings in hyperinflation, so forth. That happened in the 20s. It happened in the 1990s. In the 90s, Malaysia, the Bank of Negara, Malaysia, went bankrupt, right? People, they saw runs on the bank and people could not get their money back, right? In, let's see, 1984, the Bank of Spain, there was a run on the bank. In the 2000s, there was a run on the bank in Argentina, in Uruguay, in Myanmar, in Britain, there was a small one, it looks like. It looks like there was, even in 2008, when there was a big financial crisis in the U.S., Lehman Brothers went bankrupt, right? In the 2010, the Swede Bank, there was a run on the Swede Bank, right? So there's all these different types of runs on the bank. And here, if you look at this other Wikipedia chart, in the 21st century, so this is just to show you, list of banking crises, right? And in the 21st century alone, Uruguay had a banking crisis. Myanmar had a banking crisis. In the late 2000s, we had the subprime mortgage crisis in the U.S. starting in 2007, right? And the United Kingdom was affected by this. Belgium had a financial crisis. Iceland, Russia, Ukraine, Spain. These happen all the time. And recently, what has happened? Venezuela has a banking crisis in 2009, 2010. Shortly thereafter, they create their own cryptocurrency called the Petro that they're now trying to get the national audience to adopt as the new form of Venezuelan currency. How much more clear can it be than that, right? But let me give you some more evidence of this, right? So Venezuela is adopting cryptocurrency because they know fiat currency's days are limited. They know they're limited, right? So when you go and you search for on Google U.S. government cryptocurrency, U.S. government is trying to get coordinated in its efforts to regulate Bitcoin. Why are they trying to regulate Bitcoin, right? Because they're scared of it. It's taking over markets. It's taking over economies, right? It's starting to show a significant enough market cap that the government is now concerned that it could start affecting businesses and affecting financial sectors of the economy, right? Okay, so why governments might join the crypto craze, right? It's not if they might, it's when they will, right? I mean, people are now using cryptocurrency to avoid sanctions. North Korea, Russia, right? It's being adopted even by governments. That's how transformative this really is, and they don't want you to know that, but it is extremely transformative that governments themselves are adopting it. Venezuela, North Korea because of sanctions, Russia because of sanctions. I mean, the list goes on, right? The government reveals digital dollar proposal amid fears of cryptocurrency, right? So because they're fearing cryptocurrency, they're going to create their own cryptocurrencies. At least that's what they're trying to do and make you think they're trying to do, right? The government has seized Bitcoin and they're holding Bitcoin, right? All right, so this is just a few of the top headlines, right, that I'm seeing in the news by literally just searching U.S. government cryptocurrency, all right? So let's keep going. Now let's search for U.S. dollar collapse in crypto, right? So Kaiser, just on November 28th, 2017, Kaiser wrote, dollar collapsing against Bitcoin. What about a dollar collapse, right? If the dollar collapses, will the value of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin go up or down, right? And there's all these now searches and people talking about crypto in the dollar collapsing, right? So it doesn't take a whole lot to know that people are thinking about this. People are thinking about, well, what would happen if more people adopt cryptocurrency, right? Could the dollar collapse? Could the dollar be replaced as the world's reserve currency, right? Okay. And there's videos, this isn't completely new. People have been talking about this for a while, but just recently people are now talking about it, the dollar collapsing with cryptocurrency. Before 2009, people talked about the dollar collapsing all the time, right? It was a big conspiracy theory, but there was not an alternative currency that could replace the dollar and function as the dollar. It didn't exist, right? Now we're seeing that potential with cryptocurrencies. There is an alternative currency that may emerge out of this cryptocurrency and blockchain revolution. And if it does, and when it does emerge, it will seriously displace the US dollar as the world's reserve currency because there will simply be an alternative. People will not need to use the dollar anymore. Like governments will not need to rely and use the dollar anymore because they'll have an alternative method, cryptocurrency, and they'll just stop using the dollar, right? And it will cause the dollar to go down in value. It will cause inflation to set in, right? Okay, so that's a bit more. Let me keep going, right? All right, so okay, so now just go to Google and search for dollar hyperinflation crypto, right? Crypto thoughts, hyperinflation, hyper-Bitcoinization. People are talking about it. Dollar hyperinflation from cryptos. Why cryptos, currencies could push the US dollar from world reserve status. Taking a little drink here, guys. All right, so are cryptos evidence of dollar hyperinflation, right? And you can read any of these articles, and I have read several of them, and they're very, very interesting. But as you start looking at this, you're starting to piece together what's going on here, right? So people are talking about it and thinking of it and actually consider using cryptocurrencies as an alternative to the dollar, right? and the technology is just about there, right? There needs to be more merchant adoption. There needs to be more UI and UX interfaces built out to allow for ease of use as people, make it easier for people to transact using cryptocurrencies. But that is all happening, and it's in the works right now as we speak, right? So what's going to happen if cryptocurrency keeps going up in value? The dollar is going to hyperinflate, right? Because what's going to happen is the snowball effect, right? Cryptocurrencies is going to go up and up and up. The media is going to get a hold of it. They're going to start creating this buzz and fear of missing out, or FOMO, in the market. People are going to start taking their dollars and start putting it into crypto. And as the hype gets more and more and more and more, and the price just keeps going up so much that people can't resist it anymore, they're going to go to their banks and they're going to start taking all their money out in fiat and putting it into cryptocurrency in fear that they're going to miss out on the opportunity, right? And those folks that don't do that, well, they're going to wake up one day, and what's going to happen is Bitcoin is going to be at like a $100,000 price point or a $200,000 price point, or whatever that price point may be. They're going to wake up and be like, wow, I never bought any Bitcoin. I never bought any cryptocurrency. And now the price is so high that my dollars are effectively worthless, right? Because it's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to be expensive to buy cryptocurrency if it's too late, right? As it becomes too late, as the price goes up, as adoption sets in, the price of Bitcoin is going to go up so high that your dollars are naturally just going to be worth less money, because the price of cryptocurrency is going to be high. And in order to participate in the new economy, the cryptocurrency economy, in order to actually just participate in it and to transact in it, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to buy cryptocurrency, right? Using fiat. But at this point, the price is going to be way, way high, that your dollars are going to be worth much less than you thought they ever would be, right? This is the reality, guys. This is what's happening. Let me give you a little bit more proof in the pudding, all right? So today, the IMF chief, Christine Lagarde, the IMF chief envisions large-scale shift away from government fiat towards crypto. So the IMF chief today, April 17th, 2018, has said that large-scale shifts away from government fiat toward crypto is happening. This is big news, guys. This isn't the first time she said this. Back in, I think, October last year, she said the same or similar thing, right? Let me read a little bit of this to you. IMF chief Christine Lagarde has dedicated her last 2 blog posts on the official IMF website to cryptocurrencies. In her latest post, she outlines multiple benefits of crypto and a large-scale shift away from government-issued currencies towards cryptocurrencies, right? 2 blog posts dedicated to crypto. The managing director of the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, who basically controls a lot of the world's financial system, is now talking about crypto, right? She said in one of her posts recently that she outlined the drawbacks, citing that she previously looked at the dark side of crypto assets, including their potential use for money laundering and financial terrorism. Lagarde proceeded to say, "Here, I want to examine the promise cryptocurrencies offer. A judicious look at crypto assets should lead us to neither crypto condemnation nor crypto euphoria." She acknowledged the many cryptocurrencies in circulation and says it's inevitable that many will not survive the process of creative destruction, right? The crypto assets that survive could have a significant impact on how we save, invest, and pay our bills, right? She's telling you right here that they're going to have an impact on how we pay our bills, how we save money, how we invest money, right? Hello, the internet's about to turn into a stock market. Hello, you're about to be able to pay your bills when merchants adopt Bitcoin platforms to be able to transact in Bitcoin. You're going to be able to pay your bills in crypto. Hello, guys, wake up. Lagarde explores benefits of crypto, right? Crypto assets enable fast and inexpensive financial transactions while offering some of the convenience of cash, right? The writing's on the wall. I mean, I don't know how much clearer it can get. There is hope, however, that decentralized applications spurred by crypto assets will lead to a diversification of financial landscape, a better balance between centralized and decentralized service providers, and a financial ecosystem that is more efficient and potentially more robust in resisting threats, right? Moreover, she says, banks and other financial institutions will face challenges to their business models. Should there be a large-scale shift away from government-issued currencies towards crypto assets, regulators might find it harder to ensure the stability of a more diffuse and decentralized financial system. Central banks might have more trouble acting as the lender of last resort in case of a crisis. There it is, guys. Amen. IMF said it best in this last quote. This is what's happening, guys. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tweet this after this video because I think it's very important. Keep this going. Let's keep this going just for a minute, okay? Because I want to make sure you understand what's happening, right? So go to Google, type in IMF crypto, right? And you're going to see not only what I just read, you're going to see countless articles of the same thing. IMF's Lagarde counters crypto warnings with new praise of potential benefits of crypto. Why IMF wants to enter crypto market with its own coin. Oh, whoa, that's weird. The IMF's creating its own coin. So is Venezuela. So is the U.S. government. So is Russia. So is every government. The states are starting to propose that they have cryptocurrencies. California, Nevada, you name it, right? They're starting to. What's that going to do? It's crazy because cryptocurrencies can't be controlled by anybody. There's certain cryptocurrencies that cannot be controlled by anybody, but governments are trying to create their own cryptocurrency to lure people in to buy their cryptocurrency, you know, making them think it's a more sanctioned and safe cryptocurrency. But the truth of the matter is they just want to tax it. They just want to regulate it. They want to control it as they have always controlled the money supply. That's what's going on, guys. All right. Okay. So IMF calls for international cooperation in crypto. Let's see. Bitcoin, Ethereum. IMF head Christine Lagarde, again, October 2nd, 2017, says cryptocurrency could be the future, right? The future, okay? The future of money, right? Okay, so they're going back and forth on this, but now let's keep going, right? Let's go to Google and search for banks crypto. Banks crypto, right? Chile government, let's see. Lithuania, let's see. India's central bank to stop dealing with all crypto-related assets. Why? There are governments that are now starting to ban cryptocurrency. Why? Because they're scared of cryptocurrency, right? Let's see. Who else is doing that? Let's see. Canada banks ban users from buying cryptocurrency. And what actually recently happened in the U.S.? Chase Bank, Bank of America, Visa, other big credit providers, they recently disallowed people to buy cryptocurrency with credit cards. Why? Because people were starting to make run on the bank using their credit cards by buying cryptocurrency for fear of missing out that the price would go up, right? So we've already seen this happen once back in December 2017 when banks decided to ban credit card use for cryptocurrencies, right? They're afraid that there's going to be a digital run on the banks, guys, and this is happening. And so banks are reacting differently. Some banks are banning cryptocurrencies. Some banks are, you know, keeping an open dialogue and trying to work with them. But back to Christine Lagarde's last quote, banks and other financial institutions are going to face challenges in their business models should there be a large-scale shift away from government-issued currencies towards crypto assets, right? Central banks may have trouble acting. So regulators might find it harder to find stability. So banks are now trying to figure out how to deal with this cryptocurrency revolution. They don't know if they should ban it. They don't know if they should create their own. They don't know if they should kind of embrace it and try to think of a new business model with it. They don't really know what to do. So they're trying to do all these different things. And this is proof and writing on the wall that this is happening. Go Google this stuff, right? Next, Bank of America crypto, right? Bank of America now considers crypto a business risk. The IMF just said that, right, the other day, but this article was published 2 months ago, right? So this is slowly happening, guys. Bank of America worried about threat of cryptocurrency to his business. Bank of America, our inability to adapt could see a failure to compete with crypto. Bank of America is warning. They're saying this is happening. This is happening, guys. It's happening right before our eyes. And there's many more articles about this and other banks and the same thing happening, right? Goldman Sachs is taking a little bit of a different approach, right? Goldman Sachs is actually trying to get into the crypto game. They're actually buying cryptocurrency companies. They bought Circle, that app that you can text people cryptocurrency on your iPhone. You can text people Bitcoin, right? That was purchased by Goldman Sachs. They're trying to get into the crypto game. Goldman Sachs recently also purchased what? An exchange, Poloniex. They purchased the Poloniex exchange because why? They want to get in the crypto game. They want to start controlling it. They want to change their business model because they see the writing on the wall. Fiat is shifting to crypto. It's only a matter of time before there is a digital run on the banks and crypto skyrockets in price as it hyperinflates the fiat currencies that it came from, right? There will be a displacement, a diffusion of fiat into crypto. Guys, look at what I'm telling you and learn from this, right? Goldman Sachs leaves to join crypto. Goldman Sachs joins crypto wallet blockchain. Goldman Sachs label crypto as a business risk, just as Bank of America. JP Morgan, Bitcoin jitters, right? I mean, this is just... Goldman Sachs entering crypto will lead to a Bitcoin price surge. What I'm telling you guys is what I am telling you guys. This is happening. Whether or not you want to like it, there will be a digital run on the banks. Crypto will replace fiat, and in doing so, it will hyperinflate fiat currencies. When the vast majority of people wake up and want to get into crypto, they will realize the price of crypto has gone to the moon and it's too high, and that their precious dollars and fiat currency is essentially worthless. And there's going to be a lot of sad people on that day. Don't be one of those sad people. Follow what I'm trying to tell you. Buy a little bit of cryptocurrency. Understand how it works. You're an early adopter. It's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect, right? You don't have to spend all of your life savings. Just go buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, right? Or Bitcoin Cash, for that matter. Any of it, right? Just go play around with it. This is real, guys, and I think you guys need to really spread this word as much as you can, because this is happening. I'm trying to tell my family. I'm trying to tell my friends. I'm trying to tell people I know, because this is happening right before our eyes. I will put these links in the show notes, and I hope you guys just take this seriously. Go buy some crypto and have fun. Make some money and get some money out of this, because the prices are going to go up a lot, and a lot of people are going to get rich off of this, and I hope you're one of them. Okay? I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is the end of a 2-part series. This is part 2. This is the end. If you haven't subscribed, guys, click on that red button below and subscribe to Crypto Camacho. Visit my website at CryptoCamacho.com for more of this goodness, and I will talk to you later. See you guys.